If you're paying your guys in cash to skip payroll, listen up, because that shortcut, it just cost a contractor I know 28 grand in tax fines. Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you. Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Grenade, and this is The Business of Building, where we tackle the business questions contractors actually ask. I work with Dragonfly Insurance, where we help builders and tradesmen protect their business, and today's topic is one that can put everything you've built at risk. I hear this question at least once a month. Matt, can I just pay my guys in cash? And right behind it, what about gift cards? Easier than payroll, right? I get it. Cash feels simple. No software, no fees, no waiting. You hand out some bills on Friday, everyone goes home happy. But here's the truth. There's a legal answer and a practical answer. And if you get either one wrong, you could be staring at a massive fine, a denied workers' comp claim, or worse. Let's start with the legal side. Technically, yes, you can pay employees in cash, but that doesn't mean you get to skip payroll rules. You still have to withhold all payroll taxes, federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare. File your quarterly payroll reports, track hours worked and wages paid, follow minimum wage and overtime laws, issue W-2s at the end of the year. In other words, you're doing everything you do with a normal paycheck. You're just swapping what you pay with. Now, gift cards, that's a hard no. They're not legal for wages, and the IRS still treats them as taxable income, even for bonuses. Talk to your accountant first. It's a minefield. Now, let's talk about the real-world side. 5 ways this can blow up on you. First risk, you've got no protection. If an employee says you shorted them or didn't pay at all, and you've got no records, no pay stubs, no receipts, it's your word against theirs. In a wage dispute, you lose. Second, taxes. The IRS doesn't care how you paid. They care that you can prove it. No paper trail means no deduction for wages. So you're paying your crew and getting no tax benefit. Plus, you still owe the employer's share of payroll taxes. Third, insurance. Workers' comp and general liability depend on payroll records. If you've been paying in cash but can't show documentation, auditors assume you underreported and hit you with retroactive premiums. I've seen contractors get nailed for $15,000 to $30,000 after an audit. And if someone gets hurt and you can't prove they were on payroll, your coverage might vanish. Even if you're trying to play it straight, if you don't have records, it looks under the table. And that's what kills you in an audit. Fourth, reputation. Try getting a loan, a bond, or selling your company when your payroll system is a shoebox full of 20s. It hurts your reputation far more than it saves you in hassle. Fifth, misclassification. Cash payments often go hand in hand with calling workers 1099s. But if you control when and how they work, you're their employees. Getting that wrong can mean back taxes, fines, and months of legal mess. So what's the solution? There's a better way. Set up proper payroll. Use Gusto, QuickBooks, ADP, whatever fits. It's affordable, it's automated, and it keeps you clean. When the state auditor shows up, and trust me, they will, you'll have everything they need in 2 clicks. And if you ever do have to pay cash, say for a one-day cleanup, protect yourself. Write it down, get a signed receipt with the worker's name, date, and amount. Record it in your books the same day. Report and pay the taxes anyway. It's not glamorous, but it keeps you covered. Here's the bottom line. Make every payment something you'd be proud to show your accountant. That one rule keeps you out of 90% of these headaches. And if you're not sure your setup's compliant, reach out. We'll review it in 20 minutes. There's also a longer blog post link below if you want the full legal details and extra examples. Because doing payroll right isn't about red tape. It's about protecting the business you're building. I'm Matthew Grenade, and this is The Business of Building, where we help contractors make more money and stay out of trouble. Here's where paying in cash really burns people. You think you're keeping it simple, but when an employee gets hurt and you can't prove payroll, your insurance vanishes. One mistake every contractor makes. They think if you pay your crew in cash, you're saving money. You're not. You're lighting a match to your own insurance and tax protection.